यस, गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, वेलकम टू लुकमान IAS. दिस इज DTRS सेशन. सो हम क्या कर रहे हैं, डेली हम 10 MCQs डिस्कस कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर्स के. जो आज का करंट अफेयर्स आप जो पढ़ रहे हैं, कल का करंट अफेयर्स जो पढ़ रहे हैं, उसके बेसिस पे हम 10 MCQs सॉल्व कर रहे हैं. दीज MCQs आर वेरी बेनिफिशियल फॉर नॉट ओनली UPSC Prelims एग्जामिनेशन बट ऑल्सो the prelims examination of other exam, let's say conducted by UPSC, or we can say that State PCS, IBPS, PO or even SSC. ठीक है, तो आप ये डेली फॉलो करिए. और ये सारे MCQs जो है, हम 200 MCQs का एक मंथली मैगजीन कंपाइल कर रहे हैं. सो यू कैन सब्सक्राइब फॉर दैट मंथली मैगजीन ऑल्सो, विच इज अवेलेबल ऑन लुकमान IAS वेबसाइट. ठीक है, नाउ टुडेज लीड टॉपिक इज व्हाट इज कैरी ट्रेड. ये टर्म न्यूज में था. मेनी टाइम्स आई टेल स्टूडेंट की टर्म बेस्ड क्वेश्चन जो होते हैं आपके प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन में ज़्यादातर इकोनॉमी, एनवायरनमेंट, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन एंड साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड होता है. ओके, सो ट्राई टू कवर एज मेनी एज टर्म्स विच आर इन न्यूज, देयर मीनिंग. You have to be very clear about them. Carry trade. Let's talk about that in first MCQ and other 9 MCQs from different 9 relevant topics of the day. But daily we are also discussing at the start of session one quotation that has been asked since 2013 in your ethics paper. ठीक है, तो हम एक brief idea देते हैं आपको कि how to approach to that particular question. And now we have reached to 2020. ठीक है, तो पिछले कई दिनों से हम ये डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो try to follow these lectures. आप पिछले भी lectures देख सकते हैं if you are watching this for the first time. Now today's quote is by Socrates. A system of morality which is based on relative emotional values is mere illusion, a thoroughly vulgar conception which has nothing sound in it and nothing true. So we know that Socrates, we can say that father of Greek philosophy. Right? So yes, what he is trying to say from this, a system of morality. System of morality is basically some moral standards. It consists of certain moral standards which talk about what is, we can say that, moral and immoral. Which particular conduct of human being is moral and immoral. So basically these are the moral standards. The system of morality talks about the moral standards. Basically they evaluate the conduct of human being, behavior of the human being. Right? Now, the system of morality which is based on relative emotional values. Now we know that emotions of human is basically emotional being, right? So emotions are basically varying for people to people, or they change from people to people. Some people are emotionally, we can say that, weak. Some are emotionally strong. They express their emotions larger, we can say that, extent. Some people keep their emotions in control to themselves. Now this is, we can say that, it is relative from people to people, right? So it is not objective. So what he is trying to say through this quote is, the system of morality which is based on relative emotional value is mere illusion. So according to him, what he is saying, that the relative emotional values, when the people take decisions on the we can say that emotions, on the basis of their emotions, then it does not result into the moral act. It does not result into a moral act, and that's why he is trying to explain that such system is mere illusion, and we can say vulgar conception which has nothing in it. Let's try to understand some examples. Let's say there is a civil servant, and the civil servant is facing let's say a lot of stress at work. Now somehow the stress will result into his conduct or behavior at home. It will be reflected in, let's say, family relations, the conduct or behavior with wife, with children. Sometimes the person may get angry or something like that. The same is, let's say, true vice versa. When the person is facing a lot of stress in personal life, then he can, let's say, such stress can be reflected in emotional outburst at work also. ठीक है, तो हम ऐसा एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हैं, राइट? सो in the end, what we can mention here is that the moral standards should be based on the objective standards, and such objective standards can be only based on rationality, critical thinking. So basically ethics takes into, let's say, shape because of this only, right? So this aspect. Then along with that, you can also give reference to the Greek philosophy or philosophers which focuses on virtue ethics, right? Virtue ethics. So that means there should be the strong character of the person. The character of the person will decide the morality of the action, the morality or ethics of the ethicality of the action. So by saying that like this, you can conclude for such kind of code based questions, right? Okay, now yes, some announcement related to free special mentoring program for all AIPMT and Panchasutra students of Lukmaan IAS. For them, if you have cleared prelims 2024, get free mentoring for mains examination. If you have any weaknesses in your GS papers or essay or even optional paper, you can talk to the mentors, faculties with Lukmaan IAS and have let's say some kind of strategy to overcome those weaknesses. If you have not cleared the prelims 2024 and now going to give 2025 attempt, this is the time to talk to mentor and strategize for next year attempt. For that also you can ask for mentoring here and we will provide that free of cost. Okay, fine. Also, we have started for target mains 2024 PYQ intensive mains practice. So many students are writing PYQs at home, especially those who are writing mains this time. आपके लिए एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी ये है कि आप PYQ लिखिए और get them evaluated by the faculties, mentors, experts in GS, essay, ethics, as well as your the optional subjects like geography, PSIR, history, and public administration is of course there, right? So for you, this is very good opportunity. On daily basis, let's say evaluation will be done on same day and the model answers and the mentoring is also available in this program. So yes, you can join this particular program also. It has already been started. Now today's 10 topics. These are the 10 topics. We will discuss them through MCQs. Yes, good evening online students. Krishna. Okay, yes. Now what should be answer to this question? Carry trade. So I was talking about this. The term is in the context of international, let's say, trade, or we can say that as the name suggests, carry trade. Basically, it is a kind of strategy which involves the purchase of high yielding assets funded by low cost borrowings. Okay, high yielding assets funded by low cost borrowings. This is correct. So many investors, foreign investors, they are basically trying to increase their profit by doing carry trade. What they do, they borrow from that particular country where the interest on borrowing is very less, and they will convert that into another country's currency wherein the investment will yield more returns. ठीक है, इन्वेस्टमेंट पे ज़्यादा रिटर्न्स मिलेंगे, ऐसी जगह पे वो इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, thereby they are earning the profit. This is called as carry trade. It can be asked in your prelims examination. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Now moving on to next question. FEMA, yes, Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999 was in news. Now regarding that, we have to find the correct statements. It replaced the Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. This is correct. Basically from 1990s onwards, we adopted the new economic policy. We brought many reforms in external sector also, exchange rate reforms, and from that angle we basically replaced the earlier Regulation Act with the Management Act. It provides legal framework to govern foreign exchange transaction in India. This is correct. It allows Indian residents to buy or sell foreign currency for any current account transaction, including remittances from lottery winnings. Now this is incorrect. ये जो है excluding, यानी कि ऐसे कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो गलत वे से अर्न की जा सकती है, मनी अर्न किया जा सकता है, उसको एलिमिनेट करके बाकी फॉरेन करेंसी हम बाय कर सकते हैं इंडियन रेसिडेंट्स. वी कैन से दैट. सो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. फर्स्ट टू आर करेक्ट. सो आंसर वुड बी बी हियर. Answer would be B. Okay, now, yes. This is very simple. Bangladesh country is in news and we share border with Bangladesh. So how many states which are mentioned here, they share boundary with or border with Bangladesh? ठीक है, बताइए आंसर क्या होना चाहिए इसका? We know that with Bangladesh we have the longest border, and along with that, which states we have border? Let's say from western side we have West Bengal. सबसे पहले क्या है? West Bengal. Then we have some part of Assam. Then major part of Meghalaya is also there. Then we have Tripura also. And then we have some parts of Mizoram also. So how many states? West Bengal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 states are there. Okay, so how many of them are mentioned here? Manipur nahi hai. Manipur is not there. Tripura is there, Assam is there, Mizoram is there. Only 3. Now, C is the correct answer here. Okay, 5 states they are having border with. So yes, try to answer these questions in the comment box, online students. So you can see here, West Bengal border is there, some Assam, यहाँ से भी और यहाँ से भी, then Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Okay, Bangladesh country is in news because of political crisis and some kind of civil crisis is also going on there. So instability, political instability. Consider the following statements about the transportation or transportation of live human organs in India. So it was in news. Why? Because for the first time for transportation of live human organs, the rules have been notified. That's why it was in news. Yes, it is regulated by Organ and Tissue Transplantation Act 1994. This is correct. We can say it can be carried only within the territory of India. This is incorrect. Yes, with certain regulations it can be also carried outside the country. Now you should know that for seamless transport of the live organs, the green corridor is created for transport. For minimum hassles and we can say less time for transport, for that purpose it is done. So this is incorrect. Only one. A is the correct answer. Okay, one only. Fine. Ganga River. So there was a very good article in the Hindu newspaper talking about how an earthquake changed the course of Ganga River. ठीक है, साइंस एंड टेक पे, साइंस पेज पे जो है, लास्ट पेज पे जो कल का आर्टिकल था. Now regarding Ganga River, we know the basics. It originates Gangotri Glacier, Uttarakhand. This is correct. So we know that Bhagirathi, then Alaknanda River. Alaknanda is joined by many of its tributaries. Then there are Panch Prayags. ठीक है, thereafter we can say that at Dev Prayag the Bhagirathi and Alaknanda is meeting. Thereafter it is called as Ganga, and near Haridwar it is entering into the plains region. Okay, the basics we know about that, and then thereafter it is basically entering into Bangladesh. Now Ganga is having the largest river basin in India. This is correct, we can say. रिवर बेसिन की बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. सो लार्जेस्ट रिवर अगर बात करते हैं तो इट इज ब्रह्मपुत्र, बिकॉज लार्जेस्ट रिवर टॉक्स अबाउट द अमाउंट ऑफ वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर फ्लोइंग थ्रू द रिवर, एंड दैट इज ब्रह्मपुत्र. लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर इज गंगा रिवर, लार्जेस्ट रिवर इज ब्रह्मपुत्र, लार्जेस्ट बेसिन गंगा रिवर. ठीक है, लार्जेस्ट बेसिन फॉर पेनिनसुला रिवर्स इट इज गोदावरी, एंड ऑल्सो गोदावरी इज द लॉन्गेस्ट रिवर. ठीक है. Now it flows through 5 states in India. This is also correct, right? Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, then Bihar, Jharkhand. Some part of Jharkhand is also there, and then West Bengal. Okay, so all 3, that is 1, 2 and 3. D is the correct answer. Now moving on. Yes, regarding textile industry in India, so we have to identify the correct statement. India is known for production of long staple cotton. Rather, long staple or extra long staple cotton, largely it is let's say produced in Nile River Delta, Egypt. Egypt is the only country in the world which can produce, or which we can say produces both short staple and long staple cotton. In India, largely it is the short staple. Textile and garment industry in India is the second largest employer after agriculture. Yes, this is factually correct. Ministry of Textile implements the National Textile Policy 2000. This is also correct. So these 2 statements are correct, 2 and 3, and that's why B should be the answer. B is the correct answer. All right. Now Yes, coal gasification technique. So this is one of the, we can say, clean technology, clean coal technology we बोल सकते हैं हम. Coal gasification, yes, it is the process of converting coal into the syngas. So coal is basically we can say that heated, and from that the syngas is produced, synthesis gas, which can, it is a mixture of hydrogen, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. This is correct. The syngas produced can be used to produce electricity in the we can say power plants, fertilizers and other chemical products. This is correct, we can say. It can be used as a fuel. The process result into zero emissions of greenhouse gas. Zero emission नहीं है. Some amount of greenhouse gases like CO2 is emitted, but that can be captured through clean coal technology or carbon capture and storage technologies. Carbon capture and storage. So this is incorrect. First and second is correct. So answer would be A here. ठीक है? A is the correct answer. All right. Now, next about the cryoconite. This term was in news. Yesterday's The Hindu newspaper science page, bottom side there was one very good image talking about this cryoconite. Cryoconites are basically fine dark colored sediments found on the surface of glaciers. Dark colored, basically it is made up of carbon soot. ठीक है, carbon dust particles, soot particles. When it is deposited on the ice surface, its albedo is reduced, of course, because it will absorb more heat rather than reflecting it, and therefore there is more melting of ice at that location. It will create a hole within the glacier, and the hole, because of that hole, basically there will be a kind of more and more increase in glacial melting. So rich in iron compound, this is incorrect. Soot, dust particles, carbon, it can increase the rate of glacial melting due to high albedo. This is incorrect. Low albedo, okay, due to low albedo. So we can say that this is incorrect, this is incorrect, first correct. So one only is the correct answer. Remember, it can be asked cryoconite, it can be asked in the prelims examination. नेक्स्ट, ये देखिए इस तरीके से आया हुआ था द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर में. ठीक है, ये छोटे छोटे बबल्स जो तैयार हुए हैं विद इन ग्लेशियर्स. यू कैन सी क्रायोकोनाइट इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ डस्ट, सूट एंड अदर पार्टिकल्स that accumulate in the spot on the ice. All right. Yes, recently this bill was in news, WACC board or WACC amendment bill 2024. Right. So the provisions, introduction of district collector as arbiter, especially for property disputes. ठीक है. So collector, district collector will act as arbiter. Then elimination of work by use concept. Yes, this is, we can say that correct. This provision which was there earlier in the act, it is now eliminated. Work by use means basically the work boards, when they are using a particular property for long period of time, it is considered that it is their property. Now this is not going to be there. Now removal of requirement for Muslim CEO as work board, this is also correct. Earlier there was specific provision that Muslim CEO will be there as a head of work boards, but now this has been removed. Okay, so all three are the provisions. It can be also asked in mains examination. ठीक है. Now, infrastructure investment trust. It can be asked. Look at the question. ये देखिए 2023 में पूछा हुआ है. Interest income from the deposits infrastructure. ये देखिए. They are regulated by Banking Regulation Act. This is incorrect. Rather, they are regulated through a regulation of SEBI infrastructure investment trusts regulation of 2014. This is incorrect. Dividend and interest income from these is completely taxable as per the slab rate. This is correct. Now these are classified as borrowers under Sarfazi Act 2002. This is also true. Means the banks can hold the directors or owners of these funds, these trusts, can be held accountable in case of bankruptcy, in case of fraud. ठीक है, तो ये दोनों स्टेटमेंट सही है यहाँ पर. सो आंसर वुड बी बी है. ऑलराइट, सो दीज आर द 10 MCQs. एनी क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू देम? So yes, once again the Takkar year-long test series program. It has started from new batch has started from the 3rd August 2024. So if you are preparing for next year attempt and you need some kind of a strategy plan, this is the strategy plan for all of you. You can start this particular Takkar year-long test series program, which involves the answer writing practice for mains and for MCQ solving prelims. There will be overlapping aspect in the first phase till December. You will do both MCQ practice and answer writing. In phase 2 for prelims, there will be only MCQ focus from January onwards till your prelims. After prelims, phase 3 specific answer writing for advanced level of questions will be there. After your mains, phase 4 IGP program, interview guidance program. So holistic preparation including your CSAT aspect, or we can say that for current affairs separate tests are there, or essay paper there are separate tests. So everything is covered in this year-long test series program. Do join this, it is going to benefit you a lot. Fine, let us stop then. Thank you.